Do I know how to coat zipper works? I think I don't. I don't know how coat zippers work. Hi lovelies, welcome to Flirting with Travel. I am Lexi, and today we are doing a review of the Level 8 Carry-On Pro. I'm so excited to see this bag. Whew. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know, like the Monos video or the Matador Speed Stash, that I typically do reviews after I've traveled with something. Now this is going to be an unboxing and a first impression. Rest assured, a full review is coming up. Going to Brazil in a month, going to Mexico next month, which means that I will have plenty of opportunities to travel with this bag. So check back in for my review post-travel. But I figure since I'm opening it, why not do it together? Let's check it out. Okay, let's get our first look. Nice. Okay, that is pretty nice. So let's chat about materials. So this is made from an aerospace grade Bayer Macrolon hard shell case, which means that it's waterproof, but every hard shell case is waterproof. So if you have a hard shell case that's not waterproof, we gotta have a real conversation about what that bag maker was doing. The other thing that we can take a look at is that it is made with YKK zippers around, opening as a dual compartment, so you have space on either side of your bags. Let's see about the handles. So if you've watched my backpack buying guide, you know I'm super particular about literally everything, but nothing more so than my handles, because I do feel like there should always be a bit of daylight between the bag and the handle so that you can easily grip it. I'm gonna be honest, this one is very close in. You can get into it, and right now I happen to have very short nails, which is making it easier, but I'm thinking if I had like just a fresh manicure with acrylic and they were very long, would I feel as confident? And I don't know if I would. I'm gonna have to play around with this. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna have to carry when it's heavy, because right now it doesn't feel like you can get your hand in super quick and super easy. And as I'm looking at it, I think it's because on the handle, there's a thin portion on either side, and then there's a bit of a thicker portion in the middle. And for me, you typically think of a handle as a bit of an outward hump so that you can easily grab in. And this is throwing me off that it's not that, and I don't know why it's not that. Like, yeah, I'm not quite sure. But you do have 4 360-degree spinning wheels, which that spins beautifully. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So for this bag, it is a 35-liter capacity, which I think is kind of funny because that is actually the same capacity as my Peak Design travel backpack. So it is funny thinking that I very often carry that same amount on my back that I would in a suitcase. It weighs 9.3 pounds when it's empty, and it is 14.4 inches long, 9.2 inches wide, and 21.5 inches tall, which means that it should fit into almost all of the domestic carry-on bag weight or bag sizers. However, here's what I'm going to say, and this is something I learned the hard way with another bag. A bag that's like 9.3 pounds, if you're taking it on international flights, particularly into Europe or Asia, they typically weigh carry-on bags, and they can't be more than, I think it's like 15 kilograms, which really comes out, 8 kilograms, which I think comes out to like 20 pounds. If you're someone who intimately knows like the metric system, don't test me on it. I don't know the metric system. I'm American. Why would I need to? Other than when I've had to have my bag checked because my carry-on was overweight. So a bag that is 9 pounds, if you can only bring like 22 to 25 pounds in your bag, is a little dangerous. Something to think about. But let's take a look. So we've looked at the exterior as far as the hard shell case. And then we have very minimal branding, just a little Level 8 on the front. And then you have their insignia on all of the wheels. Looking around, I'm being totally honest, this is the first time I've looked at the bag. I'm actually kind of surprised that they don't have Level 8 written on the handles. That's usually where you're gonna see like your kind of delicate, hard to notice. What is the other word for that? Hard to notice. Minimal. That's the other place where you'd see your minimal branding. Oh, I am excited about this because if you've seen my Monos bag review, you know one of my gripes is that the handle, the button for it is underneath, which I initially thought was super cool. I'm like, oh, that's so sleek. But every time I carry it, I accidentally press the button and push it down, whereas this is on the top. And let me feel that again. Oh, you actually have to press it down for it to come up. And I know that's like a basic thing, but I mean, it's not like a gentle like touch and it pulls. You actually have to press it, which means that you're not going to accidentally press it as you're holding it. That's my theory anyway. I haven't rolled with it yet, but so far I feel good about it. Now, how do we feel? It's very square, like too square. I mean, it doesn't matter. How does it feel in your hand? Yeah, it'll be fine. And as I'm gripping it, I'm trying to like actually grip it hard enough that I could press the button, and I can't. So it's not going to move when you're walking. Love that. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's check how many. Ooh. Did we just find a pain point that if I have nails, that's going to be hard to work with? So I, again, don't have nails right now, so this is easy. If I had long acrylic nails, would it be awkward? A little bit. Okay. So 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good height for a bag. Okay. So you have some control on where it goes. Like it. Okay, so when I initially saw this bag, what made me really interested in it is the laptop compartment. Now, take a look at the side profile. Do you see any pockets? No. But this front pocket actually extends to your laptop compartment, which I love that it's super smooth in here. And here's like my favorite part. So if we're looking at the top of the bag, you've got your zippers, which plug in here. They clip in. Then you have your top. So this is how you unlock this zipper. And then you use this to unlock your laptop. So let's do. And I'm just going to give you a take 2 so that you can see it from both angles. So I push the button up top and it opens. How cool is that? Now, here's a couple of things to note. This is, we said 9.2 inches deep. Because this is super flat, it's going to be using up some of your internal space. However, not having it protrude is nice, and honestly, not having it be a zipper is super cool. Plus, when you lock and unlock this using your code, both of these are controlled by this. And this is my thought about any bag, is that it should have some theft protection. And that bag has the sides where you can lock the main compartment, but you can't really lock the laptop compartment unless you put on an external lock. And to me, when you're paying upwards of $200 for a bag, you shouldn't have to buy an external lock to lock your bag. To me, that's kind of the marker, I'm not going to say of a cheap bag. It's the marker of something that wasn't well thought out, whereas this, one lock that controls both your internal and external pockets, is something that's well thought out. So let's open it and take a look. My only thought about this is if somehow this gets broken and you can't close it, that does worry me because this is your laptop compartment. But we don't know what that's going to look like. So looking at the inside, you have these 2 gussets, but they do have a zipper, and I'm going to unzip it so that we can take a real good look. Okay. Oh, I love that you can do this. Honestly, when in your life are you going to need to do this except when you're filming a review? I feel like this is such a particular thing to include. But this is your external pocket. So you've got, a little bit of, I think this is a faux leather. I'm pretty sure that's not real leather, but with branding that lifts up, and you can add in your laptop. So it's open on the sides. Let's move that so you can see. It's open on the sides with a bit of elastic, which I don't mind. Well, do I mind it? Literally, you can only put your laptop in here. You're not going to drop anything else. Then you have a bit of space in here, which I think is enough to hold like a cell phone and a passport. It's not even, I'm going to be honest, this is not big enough to hold like your charger, which that would eat a ton of your extra space up in your bag. So it doesn't need to be big enough to hold your charger. And then is there space for, I feel like I'd read that there's space for up to a 15.6 laptop, and then there's also supposed to be space for a tablet, but I don't see an extra area. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just really investigating this. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know if this is fully being captured. I'm gonna turn it this way. Do you see that little lip? This is taking up some of your internal bag space. So that's something to be cognizant of. Is that there's I thought, it doesn't build out, it builds back. So you're losing about an inch of space to hold your laptop. That is something to just really take into consideration, is that if you think, my tech isn't important, I need more internal space, this bag might not be the option. You need one where your laptop case carries out. But if you actually want your laptop to be super protected while you're carrying on, if you have to check the bag, take the laptop out. Common sense, but common sense isn't always common. So if you ever check a bag, you should not have a computer in it. And you know what? I know that from experience because an unnamed airline decided to smash up my portable monitor. We won't name them, but we're not happy with them. Okay. So this is supposed to hold up to a 15.6 laptop. I think you could maybe get something slightly bigger in, but I wouldn't go too crazy. So they have external battery area. So this is where you can plug in your external battery pack and probably put it in one of these pockets. So where does it feed to? Flip it down and take a look. Okay. Oh, nice. So then it feeds right into here. So you have a USB-C port where you can plug in if you need to charge your phone. That's actually pretty nifty. I like that. So if you're just sitting in the airport, you can easily just take out a cord, plug in your phone, and you're good to go. Not bad. I like it. I'm gonna be honest, I really like this. The fact that it opens both of these and that you can lock them. And that if, let's say for some reason you're getting on a train with this bag, you don't have to worry about looking away because no one's gonna be able to just unzip your bag. You literally have to go into this with like a crowbar to pry it open because you can't even get your nails in to dig it open. That is nice. You would think I've been robbed before the way I talk about like anti-theft protection. I haven't. I just am living for the day when someone tries me and I'm like, haha, my bag has stopped you. And then we unzip. Ooh, I like these zipper pulls. These are nice. Okay, let's just take a moment and appreciate a very meaty zipper pull that has a little bit of bend to it, which really gives your hand purchase. And obviously this is more functional because it's what locks it into your bag. But as you're holding it, you can pull and your hand is not going to slide off of this. Do appreciate that. And obviously always appreciate a nice metal zipper pull because it's not going to slide off your bag. Just pushing because I want to see. Oh yeah, this is not coming apart. Love that. And then you have a really chunky YKK zipper. What I am going to say is so far it doesn't look like the zipper has any type of water protection. So if you're caught in the rain, this is going to be a pain point. Okay. So this is the inside of the bag. Super fresh. On this side, you've got some compression straps, standard. Okay, so this is where you loosen it if you have a bunch of extra stuff, and then you can tighten it up. Then it's like you almost have like a carrying strap. I don't carry anything with this. It's not meant for that, but that's cool. Then you press this button to open your compression straps, which, if I'm being honest, I don't know if compression straps do a ton. They just keep your stuff where it's supposed to be. But this is a good time for us to look in. So I just do this so you can see where your internal space is, which means that you have very little space on either side to put in a pair of shoes. A little bit of space where you could put in like a tech pouch, which I happen to have mine handy, so I can just give you a reference of sizes. So this is the Peak Design Tech Pouch, and it is a little too big to fit between the handles. Mind you, it's not packed out, so I can like wedge it in there. Here, if I'm putting it on its side, it kind of just fits in, but then you have to smash it down. Because this is halfway, you're not getting the full amount of space. But then I can also show you, here is a corner, and there's where your handle is, so you can actually fit in up to the edge of the corner. On the flip side, this is where your handle is, so you have a little bit of space here. Actually, I can open it up so you can see the inside the bag. Just so you can see, this is the aerospace grade shell. Then you've got aluminum metal. Okay, that's nice. Then this part is where your handle lives, and that's going to be plastic and then smooth. But that just gives you an idea of what's interrupting your packing space. And so you have a nice little flat mesh pocket. Then you have another flat non-mesh pocket. Then inside of here, let's open this so that we can see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the back part of your laptop compartment, which is why the back is fabric. And then this is the part that's super puffy. So as you're packing this bag, know that on the top end, it's actually deeper than the back end, because that's where the laptop actually sits at the bottom. And it looks like there's a bit of a cushion strap. So if you just drop your laptop in, it's protected, but you pay for that coming with space out of the backside of your bag. I do like that you have two pockets instead of one giant pocket, because I haven't figured out what to do with one giant pocket yet. Normally I just put like my makeup, so I'll put in an eyeshadow case, but I think this is a better area because it doesn't slide back and forth. Then on this side, let's flip it open. So this is where we have some Level 8 branding. And if I'm being honest, I get it. Sure, throw your tag in. But I do think that these metal Level 8 tags look so much more expensive than a little paper tag. So probably gonna rip that out if I'm being totally honest, because I hate tags. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to pack this and try and put a packing cube in it, because right now I'm wondering if this is not meant for packing cubes. If you literally just have to put in your clothing like 2 layers deep and then zip this up and call it done. Then on this side, this is where I would assume you'd put in shoes, curling iron if you take that type of thing, your toiletry bag. I always take my tech pouch in whatever bag I'm carrying on top. Nice. In general, I'm actually really excited to travel with this and get like a full review. One thing I do like is the solid black. I don't think it's going to show scratches. So if I'm taking this to Europe and they force me to check it, I think it's going to come out looking exactly the same as when it got checked, which will, I'm hoping they don't make me put that to the test when I go to Rio. I would like my trip to Brazil for this to actually be a carry-on. But that brings up a good question. So I'm going to Brazil with my sister Misty, who's sitting off camera, and we get to decide who's taking this bag. Do you want to do a quick rock, paper, scissors over who carries the Level 8? Winner gets to carry it? Winner gets to carry it. Okay. Okay. Ready? So rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot. Okay. rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I feel like she cheated. Did you
Okay,
see her change it at the last minute?
Fine. I realized because I was like, why is my paper sideways? But we'll do it again. Happy?
Is it best
Oh,
out of
best
three?
out of 3? Oh, because I
first
chose
one count?
I don't know. Fine. Best out of 3. First one doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna carry the bag.
Okay. Well, then I will carefully watch Misty as she packs and carries it, and we will give you a full review after we have been to Rio. So what are my final thoughts about the Level 8 Carry-On Pro? TBD. I actually feel like I'm going to need to travel with this because I think things like wheels don't really show themselves when you're looking at it initially, but when you're bumping along down the street on cobblestone, suddenly you're like, this bag is amazing. So with that in mind, look forward to a full review and then check our Instagram with some photos of us with the bag once we start traveling with it. And I will let you know how I like it. Peace. That's all for this week. Link up with us on Instagram at Flirting with Travel or check out flirtingwithtravel.com for itineraries and more travel hacks. Taking off. Love you.